After that, you start to see yourself on TV shows and other strange things start to happen. You think, wow, I really need to lose some weight. Working with my family every day is both the best and worst part of my job. DUI arrests, legal fights with a mother who is 81 years old, serious health problems, and almost dying. A lot of people are interested in reality TV star Corey Harrison's huge ups and downs. His role on the History Channel's hit reality show Porn Stars stands out. The show has been a fan favorite for over 10 years. The show has fun characters that run the famous gold and silver porn shop in Las Vegas, as well as interesting historical things and collectibles. Along with his father Rick Harrison, who owns the shop, Corey runs the day-to-day business. Since years ago, they've been entertaining viewers on screen together, but Corey's life outside of acting hasn't been easy. What really happened to porn stars Corey Harrison? Let's find out. What do you mean you brought it? You have something to effing take every time I make a choice. The answer is yes. When you make a bad choice, that's my money. No, dude, we're gonna make a lot of money. What does Corey Harrison do? From small starts to the spotlight, Richard Corey Harrison is a key player in the famous Las Vegas gold and silver pawn shop. He was born on April 27, 1983. Corey Harrison was born to Kim and Rick Harrison and is the grandson of Richard Benjamin Harrison. He grew up in a family that was very interested in collecting things. This is something that he and his brothers Adam and Jake Harrison all do. The well-known loan shop was started by his grandfather Richard, and it quickly turned into a family business. Corey has worked at the gold and silver pawn shop since he was 9 years old. In the beginning, he did small jobs like cleaning knobs and running errands. Even though Corey came from nothing, he quickly became known as Big Hoss because of his lively nature and ability to make friends with everyone in the shop. He worked hard and dedicated himself to getting better and better until he was an important part of the family business. After some time, Corey took over running the shop full-time and started managing 30 workers. Another person who joined the team was his childhood friend, Austin Russell, better known as Chumlee. This made the shop even livelier. They worked together to make the 24-hour family business do better than ever. A production company called Left Field Pictures finally heard about the shop because of how popular it was. They thought their story had potential. Left Field Pictures released Porn Stars in July 2009. It was a reality TV show about what goes on at Corey's porn shop every day and how the staff interacts with customers. 3 generations of Harrisons became famous because of the show, and Corey is now a well-known name in reality TV business and show business. From doing odd jobs as a kid to becoming a key player in a well-known business, Corey's story at his pawn shop is truly inspiring. How things are at Pawn Stars. Corey has been a big part of Pawn Stars' success as a co-owner of the gold and silver pawn shop. His charming nature and deep understanding of antiques and collectibles have captivated people all over the world. The show has stayed popular for a long time in large part because of Corey's skill at negotiating and his knowledge of judging a wide range of things, such as old jewelry and rare coins. He really knows a lot about the Poendos business, and you can tell because he can properly value and negotiate big deals. This makes the show more attractive and trustworthy. There must be a reason why he has made the most sales in the store's history and why his father is currently getting him ready to take over the business one day. Along with making porn stars famous around the world and helping his family's business grow, Corey has become a famous TV star with a big fan base. Not only has his success on the show made him famous, but it has also done a lot to boost the popularity and image of the world-famous gold and silver pawn shop. The TV show has been very important in clearing up misunderstandings about the loan business. It lets people see what goes on behind the scenes in the interesting world of pawnbroking. The show has shown viewers the interesting and sometimes difficult parts of the porn business by showing the daily dealings, negotiations, and evaluations of a wide range of things, from historical artifacts to rare collectibles. The public has a better understanding of the skills and knowledge needed to do well in this field thanks to this exposure. More and more people understand how hard Corey's job is and value his contribution to the company. Overall, Corey has made it clear that he is a major player in both the reality TV world and the porn-broking world, pointing out the important things he did to help make the porn shop famous around the world. Corey Harrison has expanded his business activities beyond his work on TV by starting his own line of branded goods, which includes clothes, accessories, and home goods. He has grown his brand and reached new people thanks to his business sense and ability to use his fame to his advantage. Besides being a great businessman, he has also been involved in a number of charitable activities, including supporting groups that work to protect animals and educate children. But has everything always gone well for him? Well, Corey has had a lot of personal and professional problems throughout his life. Even though he has had these achievements, his jobs as a TV star, businessman, and charity have not always been easy for him to blend together. And there's an extra part to his story that not many people know about: the other side of porn stars. Along with the praise and happy times, the plot of the show has Corey often fighting with his late grandfather and now his father over different things. These disagreements generally center on how well he knows the store's stock, how well he does his job as manager, and how well he makes sales decisions in general, especially the expensive things he bought. In Season 7 of Porn Stars, this stress was shown when Corey told his father and grandfather that he would leave the company for another job if he wasn't given a 10% stake in it. Corey chose to stay with the gold and silver pawn shop even though he was offered a raise and a 5% share, instead of the 10% he had asked for. He thought that by sticking, he could get a bigger share of the business in the long run. This continued family dynamic, with its mix of problems and solutions, makes the show even more interesting. Not only does it keep people entertained, but it also shows how hard it is to run a family business and how difficult it is to negotiate. Even off the set, Corey Harrison has had a hard time with these issues. He has also had his share of personal issues and scandals. His problems and tensions have reached an all-time high in the past few years, leaving fans thinking how he's really doing these days. The most recent trouble for Corey Harrison was being arrested for DUI in Las Vegas. There was a police officer in Las Vegas on September 8, 2023, who saw Corey driving his white 250 truck back and forth into the bike lane. They then pulled him over. The police pulled Corey over around 2 in the morning. They saw that his eyes were red and that his truck smelled strongly of booze. The party Corey was planning in Las Vegas seemed to have gone wrong just hours after he got there from Minnesota, where he had been shooting an episode of Porn Stars Do America. When the officer asked him about his drinking, he said that he had one drink on the plane 7 hours before. When police at the scene heard this, they asked Corey to do a field sobriety test. According to the police report, Corey failed the test because he couldn't walk straight on the road without coming off balance. When Corey had trouble walking straight without stumbling, the police officer asked him to get a blood test to see how much alcohol was in his system. The breathing machine didn't work, so the TV star had to agree to a blood test. The details of the blood test were not made public, but was arrested and charged with driving while impaired. But the reality TV star didn't seem happy about what happened. In an interview with the Las Vegas Review-Journal, he said he was going to hire a lawyer to fight back. In a surprising turn of events, many people in the public think that Corey's busy schedule and love of partying played a part in their breakup. This part of Corey's story makes his life even more complicated and full of interesting events. The next woman Corey married was Karina Kiki Harrison. They got married in 2017. This marriage ended on good terms, even though it was short. Their son Richard Benjamin Harrison was born soon after and was called after his great-grandfather. Karina was pregnant while they were apart. Reports have since gone around saying that the couple may have made up, but they haven't said anything about it. Corey, on the other hand, has been tied to many women, and some of them show up in his Instagram posts. But a lot of people think that Corey hasn't really moved on from his first love, Charlene, which may have also played a part in his second split. Corey has also been through the terrible loss of his grandfather, Richard Benjamin Harrison, who started the famous pawn shop. Many people in the neighborhood loved him and called him the Old Man. He started the company in 1989 and worked hard to make it successful. Many people were shocked when he died on June 25, 2018, at the age of 77 from Parkinson's disease, which not many people knew about. Richard's kindness and services to the pawn shop will always be remembered by the people who knew and loved him. Although Corey has been through many losses and tragedies, the recent death of his brother Adam Harrison at the age of 39 may have been the worst. Adam Harrison died of an accidental fentanyl overdose, according to his father, Rick Harrison. Rick strongly condemned the fentanyl crisis in the United States and stressed how important it was to raise knowledge of the problem and take action right away to stop more tragedies. Adam, unlike Corey, wasn't working in the family business. Instead, he became a plumber and had his own job. Because Adam and Corey loved each other so much, Adam's death had a big effect on Corey. The sincere way Corey showed his brother how much he loved him was by posting an Instagram picture of the two of them as kids. Even though Corey has been through a lot, he has shown a lot of strength and determination by sticking with his job at the pawn shop. Health problems and losing a crazy amount of weight. Corey has had health problems since he was on the way to becoming famous. Before he became famous. Once upon a time, the porn star's icon weighed an amazing 402 pounds. But being so overweight hurt his health, and in 2010 he was more likely to get diabetes because of it. When Corey's doctor gave him diabetes prevention medicine, he understood it was a wake-up call. That was the start of his journey to put his health and well-being first. Corey says that hearing that he might have diabetes was so shocking that he drove straight from the doctor's office to the lap band center and had surgery to lose weight almost right away. In 2014, Corey talked to People magazine about the surgery he had to lose weight. In 2010, he told them that he paid for the surgery with 4 credit cards because it was so pricey at the time. That was in the early days of porn stars, before Corey became the wealthy man he is now. But he had to have the surgery because he was determined to stay away from diabetes. After the surgery, Corey's weight changed in a big way. After getting the gastric band surgery, Corey lost 50 pounds in the first 6 weeks and another 100 pounds in the first year. As he began his path to a slimmer body, he said that losing weight would not only improve his health, but also make it impossible for him to ever gain the weight he had in 2010. By 2014, Corey had lost more than 190 pounds after the surgery, which made porn stars fans curious about how he had changed. Along with the surgery, Corey started following a strict diet plan after the operation. He couldn't deny that his old diet had been terrible for his health when he thought about why he had decided to change his lifestyle. What's going on now? Right now, Corey is suffering from grief over the death of his brother and also having to deal with the ongoing legal disagreement in his family. The lawsuit his grandmother filed against his father is putting a lot of stress on Corey because the outcome will decide the future of the family porn shop and the reality show Porn Stars. Since the lawsuit is still open, everyone, including Corey's friends, wants to know what will happen next and how things will turn out for him. The uncertainty surrounding the legal processes makes Corey's already rough journey even more difficult, and everyone is eager for answers and a resolution. In the event that Corey's dad, Rick, loses the case, he will lose a big chunk of his wealth. Even though Rick is trying to make things better, Joanne's refusal to talk may mean that the case has to go to court to be settled. If that happens, Rick might lose control and ownership of the pawn shop, which would be bad for Corey, who is about to take over the business as its new owner. It's a big deal for both Rick and Corey. How the case turns out will definitely affect their family business and their personal lives. These problems and tragedies, along with Corey's bad events in the past, have also changed his body. Many of his fans said that he looked like he was very sick when he was on Porn Stars recently. It makes sense since Corey has been trying to lose weight for years, but his health is getting worse not just because he's losing weight, it's also because of all the bad things that are happening in his life and the fights he's fighting. Just in case you were asking what happened to Corey Harrison from Porn Stars, these are the tragedies and fights he has been through that have made him the person he is now. What was the most interesting thing about his life? Share your thoughts below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Check out the channel for more videos like this one. That's it for now. See you next time.